Hi, my name is Lakshmi and I'm from Indiahikes, and today I want to talk about dehydration. One of the things that I'm very much guilty of when I go on a Himalayan trek, especially when the weather is beautiful, is not drinking enough water. It's not just me, many of our trekkers are guilty of it. In fact, many of our trek leaders are guilty of it. However, dehydration can really become severe and can hamper the entire trek for you. So it's important to understand what is dehydration, what can happen, how to prevent it, and how to treat it. And that's what we will discuss in this video. First, let's start with what is dehydration. Dehydration is simply you not taking enough water in your body. It's not just that, you're also losing a lot of fluids from your body. So it's basically an imbalance between what you're taking and what you're losing. So why is this important on the context of a trek is because when the weather is beautiful and you are doing a walk and you don't see yourself sweating, you realize that you're not losing so much of water. So why take so much of water? So this is the problem. What we don't realize is that through our body, whether we like it or not, we are constantly losing fluid in the form of sweat and also a lot of salts, and that can quickly turn into a bigger problem if we don't understand and treat it properly. So how can dehydration show up? What are the symptoms that you can notice? One is it always starts with a headache. You feel a little irritable. You will notice that when you're peeing, the color is much more dark. It starts to smell more pungent. You will also notice that you're not frequently peeing, and also you will notice that it irritates a little bit when you're peeing. So all of this are actually signals that are telling you that you're not drinking enough water. Now, once you notice this, it's important to correct it immediately. So what can you do? First is make sure that you're drinking a lot of water. So what is important to understand is that you must not try to drink too much water in short span of time. You should continue to make sure that you are sipping water on a regular basis. For example, try one good metric to keep is when you're noticing that you're dehydrated is that you try to take 1 liter in 1 hour. So that's a good metric to have. Second is if you have associated symptoms like you're having headache because of the fact that you are completely dehydrated, you should notice that with you drinking that much amount of water and a little bit of paracetamol if it is required, you should start feeling really better. Your headache should go away. That is a good indicator that you are treating yourself well. One thing to also keep in mind is if you've noticed that you have sweat a lot, and you can also add an ORS in your water bottle and have that and keep sipping, that helps. But if in the condition that you don't address this problem, it can get quite severe to the point that you'll also start to lose a lot of salts, which means you might even have to take salts IV to replenish all the salts. Another reason you can also get dehydrated on the trek is when you have diarrhea or you are continuously vomiting. Especially when you go on a high altitude trek, you could develop AMS, and because of AMS, one of the symptoms is vomiting. You might end up vomiting a lot, which means you're losing a lot of water and you're not taking in enough water. So that is also a time you can develop dehydration. So it's important also that the moment you start having vomiting, you continuously start sipping water. Now, how do you prevent this? Make sure that you are drinking enough water for the day. Now, how much is enough water? So ensuring that you at least have 3 liters of water in a day when you're trekking is a good metric to go by. So this can also include your chai, your soup, all of that. So make sure that holistically put together, you're having at least 3 liters of water in a day. So that's it. It's quite simple to take care of it, to prevent it. Yet it can be a pain point when you're on the trek and you're experiencing dehydration. So I hope with this information you will avoid getting into such a situation and also help others avoid getting into one. Thank you.